Hi team, welcome to Automation for Testers. In this lecture, we are going to continue about the functions present in JavaScript. Okay. So far we have discussed about what is meant by function, use of it, and then functions with parameters, without parameters, and functions with return, which return some values, which does not return any values. So those kind of things we have seen. Okay. So now as a part of today's videos, we are going to discuss about what is meant by default parameter. Okay. So now let's take a look at the normal example whatever we have written so far, right? So in this case, what I have written a function which return which does not return anything, I would say. So which print the factorial value of a given number. So here the user is sending the values for which he wants to display the he want to know about the factorial value, right? So in this case, if I run the program, I know that it is going to get 5, 120, the same output we are getting, no issues. For example, if the user passes like something like this, if the user says 0, run the program, what happens? In this case, 0 fact is 1. So obviously mathematically is also true. 0 factorial is what? 1 only. But if the user does not pass anything, for example, he left it blank, maybe intentionally, maybe by mistake, typo, somehow it has happened. In this case, if I run the program, what is the output it is going to get it? Undefined, because we all know if nothing is been given to a variable, it is going to be undefined in JavaScript. The same thing has happened. But does this statement make any sense? Undefined factorial value is 1. This is fine. So far in these 4 scenarios, no issues at all. But how about this one? It doesn't make any sense, right? So undefined factorial value is 1. So I have to restrict the user to send a value for sure. But in JavaScript we do not have any what you can say error messages if the number of parameters are not matching. Here 0 is there and here 1 is there. Though there is no match, there is no error from the JavaScript at all. Unlike other programming languages, here you do not have anything like that. But how can we stop this? So if the user does not pass anything, can we assign some values to the parameter itself so that it will take it whenever the user is not going to pass it to it? Yes, that can be done using what? Default parameters. If I say number equal to 0 or 1, anything is fine. So now if you run the program, then you can see 0 factorial is 1. But did I pass any 0 over here? No, I have not passed anything. I just passed blank value. Nothing, no value sent at all. So in this case, what has happened? So this time, whenever a function, what it will do, it will start comparing about the number of parameters. So in this case, 1 to 1 is only there. So obviously in 4 times we have passed the value, it has given the result. So whenever it receives any value, so in that case, it will give the priority to what? The number which is been given by the user. That means whatever your from the number what is been given, where it is being given, like in this case, right? This we called as what? Calling function, right? So in this case, what is the number is being number is been given, the same number will be considered. If the user has not given any value to it, so in that case, this default value will be considered. Okay, so it is not only for one variable, you can pass any number of variables with any number of default parameters. Let's say I want to add 2 numbers. Let's say, let me comment it out. Let me comment it out first. Control A. Okay. So here, let's say we have addition of 2 numbers. So in that case, so function add, let's say I comma j. Okay. So let's say I comma j plus addition is let's say comma I plus j. Okay, so now you can call it this method add addition. Okay, let's say 10 comma 20. Run your program. Obviously you will get addition is not defined. Okay, just add only, right? So it shouldn't be an issue. So now try to run your program and see what is the output you're going to get it. CLS, try to run the program. There you can see 10 and 20, addition is 30. For example, the user can have like this, where he can pass one value, or else he can pass let's say 30, right? These are all scenarios we are just discussing. So now in this case it is going to be blank. 4 scenarios we are saying. We have only 2 parameters too. Now we are checking with the different parameters. So 0 parameter, 1 parameter, 2 parameters and 3 parameters. So number maximum is 2, but we still passing what? 3. Now let's try to see the program what happens. There you can see undefined because you are not passing anything. Okay, so 2 addition is not a number. That's fine. I'm good with it. And how about the second one? Second parameter is not there. So because of that reason, 10 undefined, not a number. How about 10, 20, 30? Yes, 10, 20, 30. And how about this one? Right. So what it will do, it will start matching the first one with the first one and second one with the second one. Okay, the third one will be ignored in this case. Okay, so remember, it will be it start comparing the number of arguments from here with this one. So in this case, here the number of parameters are 2, but here is what? 0. So undefined. So here if I say I equal to, let's say, 0 by default, if nothing is been passed. So now if I run the program, there you can see 0 is being given. There you can see 0. Whenever you pass nothing, it will give you what? 0. For example, if I say j equal to is also 0, yes, no problem. CLS, try to run the program. There you can see 0, 0, value is 0. Okay, so like this, not only for one parameter where you can define default values, you can pass any number of what you can say, for any number of variables you can add those default values in the parameters. Okay, and few things we need to discuss. Okay, see here, if I make something like this. Okay, so try to run the program and see what happens. Okay, undefined and 0. So all the combinations you can give a try. Okay, so in this case you can make it as both 0 or both not 0. You can give it with anything. So only thing is that it will start looking into that particular combination. After that it will give you the desired output. Okay, so CLS, try to run the program. There you can see 0, 0 like this. Okay, so default variables, default concept, whatever we have discussed so far, right? So that is been defined, that is been given in the what? JavaScript ES6 feature only. Okay, this is not available in the earlier. So earlier, then how they used to handle it? Okay, so earlier how they used to handle it, there's something like this. Observe here, I will explain with the old program only. Before ES6, the people used to do something like this. Observe here, in this case only, right, we are getting error messages. Now try to run the program. Okay, so 0 factorial is 1. 1 second, what is the mistake we are making? So we do not have this concept, right, in before ES6. So run the program, we will get undefined. Undefined is 1. So earlier they used to write one if condition like this: if number equal to undefined, not equal to, let's say not equal to undefined, then only you do this. Else you can say log, please enter, please pass a value, anything is fine, please pass a value. So try to run the program. You can see please pass a value. Okay, so earlier we programmers or who are developing the applications, they used to do like this because they do not have any choice. But in ES6 you got this feature where you can assign some default values for the parameters. If the user is not sending, so those values will be considered. Okay, so I hope this concept is clear, guys. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's it for this particular session. Thank you. Have a good day ahead. Thanks for joining the session.